If your mind won't stop racing tonight, and the quiet of this room feels heavier than usual, this time is for you. When sleep feels far away, and your heart is carrying far too much, let God's words be a quiet companion holding you gently. Tonight, if you're exhausted, not just in your body, but deep in your soul, you're in the right place. Welcome to Psalm's Peace. Let this space be a sanctuary for you now. There's nothing you need to do, nothing you need to achieve or figure out. Your only invitation here is to simply be, to rest, to allow yourself to be held by a peace that is older than your worries. You have carried the day's burdens long enough. Let them go now. Hello, dear friend. Welcome. Welcome to this quiet place, a sanctuary created just for you, right here, right now. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to fix or figure out. Your only invitation is to rest, to simply allow yourself to be here, present in this moment, without any pressure, without any expectation. You've done enough today. The striving can cease, the performance can end. Here, you are welcome just as you are. Perhaps you've come here tonight with a heavy heart. I know that feeling. Your mind may feel like a busy, crowded room, full of voices and worries, endlessly replaying the day that has just passed, and anxiously rehearsing the one that is yet to come. It can feel like a relentless cycle, a wheel of thoughts that you just can't seem to step off of. Take a moment and just feel the weight of that. It's okay to acknowledge it. Don't fight it. Just notice it. The tightness across your shoulders, the subtle clench in your jaw, the shallow, hurried nature of your breath, the quiet, persistent knot of unease deep in your stomach. You've been carrying so much, but for this next hour, I want you to imagine gently setting those burdens down. You don't have to solve them or understand them right now. Just imagine them. Picture them as heavy bags you've been holding on to, your knuckles white from the strain. And now, one by one, with a slow and gentle intention, you can allow your fingers to relax. You can place those bags on the floor beside you. Give the bag named Tomorrow's Worries a gentle nudge away. Let the one called Yesterday's Regrets slide from your grasp. You don't have to throw them away or pretend they don't exist. Just set them down for a little while. You can give yourself this precious gift of temporary release. You have permission to be unburdened, even if just for tonight. Tonight, we are going to walk together through a place of ancient comfort. We will find a shield for the soul, a promise of peace that has calmed fearful and anxious hearts for thousands of years. I want you to know, deeply and truly, that you are not the first to feel this way. You are not alone in this struggle against the fears of the night. So many have walked this very same path, feeling overwhelmed, feeling exposed and vulnerable as the world grew dark and quiet all around them. They too have known the loneliness of the midnight hour, and they, like you, found a refuge. They found a strength that was not their own. They found a peace that the world could not give and the night could not take away. Before we open the pages of this sacred text, let us first find our breath. It is a gift, a divine anchor to this present moment, pulling us away from the storms of the past and the anxieties of the future. It brings us home to the here and now, the only place where peace can truly be found. Let's do that once more. It feels so good to let go. A slow, deep breath in, and as you do, imagine that you are breathing in pure, clean peace. A gentle, shimmering light entering your lungs, and a long, full breath out, imagining you are breathing out all the noise and all the hurry of the day. Let it all go. Good. Your body knows how to do this. It has a deep, cellular memory of calm. It knows how to find its way back to a state of rest. And your spirit, your precious spirit, is about to be reminded of where its true safety lies. You are in the right place. There is no other place you need to be. You are safe here. Let my voice be a gentle guide, a calm and steady companion walking with you, taking you by the hand and leading you out of the noisy marketplace of your thoughts and into a spacious, peaceful silence. Anchor to this present moment, pulling us away from the storms of the past and the anxieties of the future. The darkness outside is not a threat. Tonight, let's reframe it. It will become a blanket, a soft, weighted cover of divine stillness, comforting you, hiding you, and keeping you safe. So allow your eyes to close, if they are not already. Let the tiny muscles around your eyes soften and release. Let your eyelids feel heavy, heavy with peace. Let all the other muscles in your body begin to follow suit. Let them soften. Let the weight of your body feel heavy and deeply supported by the surface beneath you. You are held, you are secure, and you are ready to receive the incredible peace that awaits you in these ancient, holy words. As you settle deeper into this stillness, deeper into the comfort of this moment, let us gently turn our hearts and minds to the opening words of this ancient prayer. This is Psalm 3, and it begins not with a bold declaration of faith, but with an honest, vulnerable cry from a heart that is overwhelmed. It doesn't pretend. It doesn't hide. It begins exactly where you might be right now. With a sigh of exhaustion, the psalmist cries out, "O Lord, how my adversaries have increased. Many are rising up against me." Let's just listen to that again. There's no need to analyze it. Just let the words wash over you like a gentle tide. Feel the raw emotion in them. O Lord, how my adversaries have increased. Many are rising up against me. In the deep quiet of the night, when all the distractions of the day have faded away, don't these adversaries feel so real, so present, so powerful? They may not be soldiers with swords and shields, like the ones the psalmist faced, but they are just as terrifying. Your adversaries might have different names, but they feel just as threatening. Perhaps one of your adversaries is called anxiety. It's a relentless foe. It rises up within you with 1,000 different what-if scenarios, each one more frightening than the last. It paints vivid pictures of failure or disaster in your mind's eye. It whispers about everything that could possibly go wrong tomorrow, next week, or even years from now. It makes future problems feel like present realities. In its presence, it feels like a giant, and you feel so very small and helpless before it. Perhaps another adversary is named regret. This one attacks from behind. It rises up with crystal clear memories of the day that has just ended. It forces you to replay a conversation you wish you could take back, an opportunity you missed, a mistake you made, a moment you felt you weren't good enough. It acts as judge and jury, condemning you for your imperfections and keeping you chained to a past that you cannot change. Or maybe a powerful adversary in your life is named overwhelm. This isn't a single foe, but a whole army. It is the sheer crushing number of things on your to-do list. The mountain of emails you haven't answered, the people you need to care for, the responsibilities at work and at home that feel far too heavy for your tired shoulders to carry. It feels like a crowd, pressing in on you from all sides, suffocating you, giving you no room to breathe, no space to think. The psalmist understands this feeling perfectly. He says, how they have increased. It feels exactly like that, doesn't it? As if they are multiplying in the dark. One worry gives birth to another, and that one to two more, and soon you are utterly surrounded. He says, many are rising up against me. This is the core feeling of anxiety, the feeling of being outnumbered. Outnumbered by your own thoughts, outnumbered by the world's relentless demands. So, let's take this honest cry and rephrase it as our own. Let it become your prayer. a prayer of simple, honest recognition. You can whisper it in your heart right now. God, you see how my worries have multiplied. It feels like so many things are rising up against my peace tonight. You see them all. There is absolutely no shame in this feeling. This is an honest human experience, shared by countless souls throughout history. To name your adversaries, to call them out, anxiety, regret, overwhelm, is the very first step toward disarming them. You are not pretending everything is okay. You are standing in the raw truth of this moment, and you are courageously bringing that truth into this safe and sacred space. Your fears are seen. The immense pressure you feel is understood on a cosmic level. You are not weak for feeling this way. You are human. And your honesty, your willingness to be this vulnerable before God, is a beautiful and powerful prayer. Let's hear that honest cry one last time. O Lord, how my adversaries have increased. The psalmist is not afraid to tell God the raw truth of his fear. You don't have to be either. You can let your heart speak its unedited truth right now, in the deep silence of this room. God is listening, and He is not shocked. He is not surprised by what you have to say. He is not disappointed or frustrated with you. He is simply here, with you, in the very midst of it all. He is present, He is calm, and He is listening. Let's slow down even more now, as we continue on this journey into the heart of the psalm. Let's listen to the next part of this brutally honest cry. The psalmist not only names the adversaries that surround him, but he also gives voice to the painful words they speak. He identifies the ugliest lie they tell. He continues, "Many are saying of my soul, there is no deliverance for him in God. Selah." Let's just sit with the weight of that for a moment. Let it be heard. Many are saying of my soul, there is no deliverance for him in God. This is the deepest, most painful wound of all. It's one thing to be surrounded by problems. That's hard enough. But it's another thing entirely to be told and to start to believe that you are utterly alone in those problems. That there is no hope, no rescue, no help for you, that you have been abandoned. Have you ever heard that voice? It's the most cunning and cruel of all the adversaries. And what makes it so powerful is that it often sounds like your own voice. It's the internal monologue of despair. It's the voice that whispers in the dark, just when you're at your most vulnerable. You've made too many mistakes this time. You're too far gone. God might help other people, the ones who have it all together, but not you. Not with this. This is too messy. Stop. It's the voice that says, this anxiety isn't just a phase, it's who you are now. This sadness will never fully lift. This is your new normal. There is no deliverance for you. It's the voice that points to your exhaustion, to your weakened faith, to your repeated struggles with the same old things. And it says with a tone of finality, see, nothing is changing. You're still stuck. You prayed about this last night, and here you are again. Clearly, God has forgotten you. He has moved on. These are the heaviest and most destructive of all lies. They attack not just your circumstances, but as the psalmist so wisely says, they attack your very soul, your core essence, your deepest hope. They aim to extinguish the final ember of light within you. But the psalmist does something incredibly brave. He names this lie out loud. He drags it out of the shadows where it thrives and holds it up in the light. And by naming it, he begins to rob it of its power. You can do the same right now. You can acknowledge that insidious whisper of hopelessness without having to believe it. You can see it for the lie that it is. Let's reframe this verse as a recognition of that lie, as a prayer you can make your own. I hear the voices of doubt, both around me and inside me. I feel them. They are trying to convince my soul that I am beyond your help, that I am beyond your deliverance. They are telling me I'm alone. And then, right after this painful, raw admission, the psalmist writes a single, mysterious, and powerful word, Selah. What is this word? Scholars and theologians believe Selah is a musical or liturgical instruction. It most likely means to pause, to lift up, or to reflect. Think of it as a holy stop sign on a busy road. It is a divine invitation to take a breath, to become still, and to truly weigh the meaning of what was just said. It's a sacred interruption. So, let us honor this ancient instruction, Selah. Let us pause right each. Selah. Pause. Do you see what the psalmist is doing? He is not letting that lie be the final word. He is not arguing with it or fighting it. He is simply stating the lie, and then he is pausing, as if to say to God and to his own soul, let's really think about this for a second. Is that true? Is it really? He is creating a dramatic, intentional silence. He is making a space for God to answer. You can learn to do the same in your own life. When that voice of despair tells you there is no help for you, you can learn to place a gentle Selah at the end of that sentence. A pause, a breath, a moment where you consciously choose to turn your attention away from the noise of the lie and toward the silence where the one who is truth resides. Let that lie. There is no deliverance for you in God. Just hang in the air for a moment. And in this sacred pause, feel its emptiness. Feel its lack of substance. See how it shrivels when it is not fueled by your fear and your belief. Many are saying of my soul, there is no deliverance for him in God. Selah. The pause is ending. A new day is about to break. A new truth is about to dawn. Now, listen. Listen with your whole heart. Let these next words sink deeper than all the ones that came before them. After acknowledging the swarm of fears, after bravely naming the terrible lies, the psalmist makes a turn. He pivots. He plants his feet, and he speaks one of the most powerful, defiant, and beautiful words in all of language. He says, But you, O Lord, are a shield about me. Oh, just let that truth land in your soul tonight. Let it find you right where you are, in this bed, in this quiet room. Let it wrap around you like the softest, warmest blanket you have ever known. Let's hear it again, slowly. But you, O Lord, are a shield about me. This is the answer. This is the great rebuttal to the fears. This is the divine response to the lies. This single sentence is the great reality that changes absolutely everything. The fears are real, the worries are many, but God is a shield. The doubt is loud, the despair feels convincing, but God is a shield. Let's think about this image of a shield for a moment. What does a shield do? It protects, it defends, it stands firm between a vulnerable, tender heart and the dangers that are flying toward it. But notice the specific, beautiful language the psalmist uses here. It does not say that God gives me a shield that I must struggle to hold up with my own tired arms. It doesn't say it's a weight I must bear and position correctly. It says, you are a shield. God himself, in his very essence, in his being, is your protection. His presence is your safety. And where is this shield? Is it just in front of you? No, it's so much better than that. The psalmist says it is about me, all around me. It is not just defending against the attacks you can see coming. It is about you. It envelops you. It encases you in safety. It is behind you, guarding your past from the piercing arrows of regret and accusation. It is before you, meeting the anxieties about the future long before they can reach you. It is on your right and on your left, protecting you from the pressures and demands of this present moment. It is above you, like a sheltering canopy of peace. And it is below you, like a firm, unshakable foundation. You are, in this very moment, completely, utterly, and perfectly enclosed in the shield of divine presence. You are inside his care. Let's reframe this beautiful truth as a personal present moment reality. An affirmation that you can breathe into and make your own. But you, God, are a shield all around me. I am resting inside your protection right now. I am safe here. Feel this truth not just with your mind, but with your senses. As you lie here, imagine this shield, but don't imagine it as cold, hard, unfeeling metal. Imagine it as a sphere of warm, gentle, shimmering light. It surrounds you completely, glowing softly in the darkness. It has no gaps, no cracks, no weak points. Any arrow of anxiety that flies towards you from the future simply dissolves into harmless light as it touches this shield. Any whisper of doubt from your inner critic is immediately silenced as it meets this impenetrable barrier of peace. Any great wave of overwhelm that comes crashing toward you breaks against this fortress of calm, completely unable to touch the quiet, still center where you now rest. You don't have to fight tonight. You don't have to be on high alert. You don't have to brace for impact. Your only task is to rest within the shield that is already there, held in place by a love that is stronger than any fear. It is a gift of pure grace. The world can be so loud. Your own mind can be even louder. The lies can feel so real and so convincing. But what a beautiful, holy word. But God is your shield. This truth is more real than any fear you face. It is more powerful than any worry that plagues you. It is more constant than any fleeting feeling of panic. Let that one simple, powerful phrase echo in the quiet chambers of your heart as you begin to drift. A shield about me. A shield about me. I am shielded. I am safe. I am held. Listen to it one more time. The promise that stands against all night fears. But you, O Lord, are a shield about me. And in the next verse, the comfort goes even deeper. The psalmist is not finished describing this wonderful God who is our refuge. The shield is our protection from external and internal harm, but God's care is even more personal, more intimate than that. He continues in the very same breath. He says, "You are my shield about me, and you are also my glory and the one who lifts my head." Let's just rest here for a while. These words are so full of incredible tenderness. Let's not rush past them. Let them minister to your soul. First, he says, "God is my glory." What does this possibly mean? In our world, glory is something we associate with achievement, with winning, with recognition, with being impressive and strong. But when we are lying awake at night, feeling scared and anxious, we feel the very opposite of glorious. We feel small, we feel weak, we feel defeated and ashamed of our own fear. Anxiety and fear are thieves. They strip us of our sense of worth. They try to convince us that we are defined by our struggles, by our brokenness. But God says something completely different. He steps into our weakness and says, "I am your glory." This means your worth, your significance, your true and unshakable identity is not found in your performance or your strength or your ability to keep it all together. It is found in Him. He is your shining. He is your substance. When you feel you have absolutely no glory of your own, He becomes your glory. It's a divine exchange. You give Him your weakness, and He gives you His glory. This means that you are worthy, you are significant, and you are deeply and unconditionally loved, not because you are strong, but precisely because you belong to Him. He is your glory. And then, the psalmist gives us this incredibly gentle and moving image. God is the one who lifts my head. I want you to picture this. when you are filled with fear or shame or despair, what is the natural posture of your body? Where does your head naturally go? It hangs down. Your gaze falls to the floor. Your shoulders slump. Your whole posture curves inward, as if you're trying to physically protect your aching heart. It is the physical posture of defeat and hopelessness. Now, I want you to imagine a hand. Not a forceful or demanding hand that grabs you. Not a hand that shames you for looking down, but an infinitely gentle and compassionate hand. Imagine it coming to rest softly, warmly, just beneath your chin. And with the utmost care, with a tenderness that communicates pure love, it slowly, surely lifts your head. It gently lifts your gaze from the floor, from your own feet, from your own tangled problems, and helps you to look forward, to look out, to look up. This is what God does for your soul. When you are downcast, when you are lost in the dizzying downward spiral of your own anxious thoughts, He is the one who gently intervenes to lift your perspective. He doesn't shout at you to snap out of it or just be more positive. He comes close, in the quiet, and He tenderly lifts your head, turning your focus away from the source of the fear and toward His face, His presence, His unshakable peace. Let's turn this beautiful image into a prayer of reception, a truth you can welcome into your heart tonight. You are my worth when I feel worthless. You are my glory. And when my heart is heavy and my head is low, you are the one who gently, lovingly lifts my head. You don't have to force yourself to be positive tonight. That's exhausting. You don't have to strain to look on the bright side. You can simply allow your head to be lifted. You can allow your spiritual posture to be gently and lovingly adjusted by the one who loves you more than you can possibly imagine. He is your glory. Your true eternal worth is safe and secure in Him, untouched by your feelings or circumstances. He is the lifter of your head. He will not allow you to remain in the shadows of despair. Let this comforting, tender truth hold you now as you sink deeper into rest. My glory and the one who lifts my head. You are seen, you are valued, and your gaze is being gently, lovingly lifted toward peace. Let your heart absorb this next verse like soft rain. Let us now continue on our gentle journey through this psalm, moving from the truth of who God is to the simple, beautiful thing that we can do in response. The psalmist has declared with confidence that God is his shield, his glory, and the lifter of his head. And now, he shares what this incredible knowledge empowers him to do. He knows who he is talking to, so he is not afraid to speak. He says, "I cried to the Lord with my voice, and He heard me from His holy hill, Selah." Just listen to the beautiful, uncomplicated simplicity of that statement. It's a fact, a testimony. I cried to the Lord with my voice, and He heard me. Sometimes, I think we overcomplicate prayer, especially when we're feeling anxious or unworthy. We think we need the right words, the perfect phrases, the correct posture, the right frame of mind. We edit ourselves, thinking our prayers are not good enough. But the psalmist blows all of that away with this simple testimony. He just says, I cried out. A cry is not an eloquent speech. A cry is not a theological treatise. A cry can be a single, desperate word. Help. A cry can be a groan of frustration that has no words at all. A cry can be the silent, hot tears that soak your pillow in the darkness. A cry is the most honest, raw, and unfiltered form of communication there is. It comes from the deepest part of us. And what happens when we cry out? The promise in this verse is immediate and absolute. He heard me. It doesn't say, He might hear me if I'm good enough. It doesn't say he will hear me if I pray hard enough or long enough. The promise is breathtakingly simple. You cry, he hears. It is a spiritual law as certain as gravity. Your every whispered prayer, your every anxious thought that you even vaguely direct toward him, enters the very throne room of heaven. You are never, ever speaking into a void. You are always, always heard. And where does he hear you from? The psalmist tells us, from his holy hill. I want you to imagine your current state. Perhaps you feel like you're in a deep, dark valley of anxiety, surrounded on all sides by the thick fog of worry. You can't see the way out. Now, picture a high, serene, sunlit mountain, rising far above the fog and the chaos. That is God's holy hill. That is his perspective. He hears you from a place of complete and utter peace. He hears you from a place of unshakable stability. He is not down in the confusing chaos with you. He is in a place of perfect authority over the chaos, and from that high and holy place, he hears you cry and extends his peace down to you. His perspective is perfect. He sees the beginning from the end, and from where he sits, he is not worried. He hears your panicked cry from a place of eternal calm. Let us rephrase this powerful verse as a deep, soul-level assurance, a truth you can build your rest upon tonight. When I cry out to you, even with a weak or a trembling or a silent voice, I know that you hear me. You hear me from your place of perfect peace, and you are attending to the needs of my soul. And once again, after this powerful declaration of trust, the psalmist gives us that sacred instruction. Selah. Pause. Reflect. Let this incredible truth sink in. You are heard. Selah. Pause and just consider this miracle for a moment. The creator of the entire cosmos, the one who holds galaxies in place, bends his ear to listen to the specific, personal anxieties of your heart tonight. Right now, you have his full, undivided attention. You are not a bother to him. Your cry is not an interruption to his work. It is an invitation that he always, always joyfully accepts. So feel free to cry out now in the sacred silence of your own mind. You don't have to speak a word out loud. Just tell him what's on your heart. Name the fears. Release the worries. There is no need for performance. Just be honest. He is listening. He is here. I cried to the Lord with my voice, and he heard me from his holy hill. Selah. God is still speaking, even now in this next line. As we move deeper and deeper into rest, let these next words be a gentle prophecy for your own night. After crying out to the Lord and resting in the confident knowledge that he was heard, the psalmist describes a miracle. It's not a flashy, dramatic miracle. It's a simple, profound, and quiet miracle. The very miracle you are seeking tonight. He says, I lay down and slept. Let those 4 simple words be a destination for your soul tonight. Let them be a gentle invitation. I lay down and slept. This may be the bravest, most courageous verse in the entire psalm. I want you to remember the context we've been exploring. The psalmist is surrounded by adversaries. He is hearing the insidious whispers of doubt telling him he is abandoned. He is in a state of profound crisis. His adrenaline is likely coursing through him, and yet in the very middle of it all, he does the unthinkable, the impossible. He lies down, he closes his eyes, he lets go of his conscious control. He sleeps. This is the ultimate act of trust. To choose to sleep is to choose to become completely vulnerable. To sleep is to surrender all control. To sleep is to say, with your whole being, I cannot stand guard all night. I cannot protect myself. I cannot solve my problems by endlessly worrying about them until dawn. So I will entrust my safety, my future, my very life, into the strong and capable hands of my shield. Tonight, you are being invited into the same act of brave surrender. Lying down to sleep, for you tonight, is not an act of avoidance or weakness. It is an act of profound and powerful faith. It is you, declaring with your body that you believe God is who He says He is. You are choosing to believe He is your shield. You are choosing to believe He is your glory and the lifter of your head. You are choosing to believe that He hears your cry. And because you believe these things, you can finally let go. You can give your conscious, worrying mind permission to go offline for a few hours. You can trust that the one who, the Bible says, never slumbers or sleeps, is watching over you. He will take the night watch. Let this become a gentle, firm intention for you right now, a decision you make in the quiet of your own heart. I am giving myself permission to lay down my worries and to sleep. I am trusting my shield to keep watch over me while I rest. Feel the truth of this decision in your body. Feel your limbs becoming heavy, not with weariness, but with peace, heavy with surrender. You have done enough for today. The striving, the worrying, the analyzing, the trying to figure everything out, you can release it all now. It's time. The psalmist shows us the way. The path to peace is not found in fighting our fears all night long, wrestling with them in the dark. The path to peace is found in turning our hearts to God, handing our fears over to Him, and then, in an act of defiant trust, laying down to sleep. This is possible for you, right now in this moment. This peace is not far away. It is available to you. Let the words of the psalmist become your own reality. Let them be a soft lullaby for your soul. I lay down and I slept. I lay down and I slept. I can rest now. I can sleep now. You are resting now. You are drifting in that safe, warm, comfortable space between wakefulness and sleep. And there is one more part to this beautiful promise of rest. The miracle is not just in the act of falling asleep. It is in what happens next. The story isn't over. The psalmist completes his thought, his testimony. I lay down and slept. I awoke, for the Lord sustains me. Listen to that beautiful, powerful assurance. The reason behind the miracle. I awoke, for the Lord sustains me. The very same God who is your shield, allowing you to feel safe enough to fall asleep, is the one who holds you and keeps you through every single moment of the night. He is the one who ensures that you will awaken. His protection does not end when you lose consciousness. In fact, that is when it becomes most profound, because you are no longer relying on your own strength at all. You are completely in His care. The word sustain is so beautiful and rich. It means to keep, to hold, to support, to nourish, to uphold. While you are sleeping, God is actively sustaining you. He is holding your body. He is holding your mind. He is holding your soul. As you rest, He is at work, renewing your strength. He is replenishing your spirit. He is untangling the knots of anxiety in your subconscious. In His care, sleep is not just an empty void of time. It is a period of divine maintenance and holy restoration. This verse is a powerful antidote to the specific fears that can sometimes come in the deepest part of the night. The fear of utter vulnerability. The fear of having nightmares. The deep, primal fear that the anxiety will wake you with a jolt of panic at 3 a.m. This verse comes as a promise that the Lord's sustaining power is the very reason you will wake again, not in panic, but in peace, refreshed and renewed. Let's reframe this as a truth that you can carry with you through the entire night, a promise that stands guard over your sleep. I can sleep deeply and without fear because the Lord Himself is sustaining me. He is holding me through every moment of the night, and I will awaken safely in His care. Imagine this sustaining power. Picture it as a gentle, invisible current of energy flowing from the heart of God directly to you, even as you sleep. It's a current of peace, a current of life, a current of strength. It is gently rebuilding what the stresses of the day have torn down. It is quieting the static and the noise in your mind. It is healing the tired and worn out places in your heart. You are not alone in this bed. You are not alone in this room. The sustaining presence of God is the very atmosphere that you are breathing. He is closer to you than your own breath, and His loving, restorative power is at work within you, even in your unconscious state. You can trust this process, so when you lay down to sleep tonight, you are also laying down in the promise of a new morning. You are trusting that the God who is your protective shield at dusk will be your sustaining strength at dawn. Let this gentle truth be the last one you hold on to as you drift away completely. Let it be the melody that plays in your soul all night long. The Lord sustains me. The Lord sustains me. I am held. I am kept. I will awaken in peace. As you drift now, deeper and deeper, into that wonderful ocean of peace, let your spirit hear the result of this divine protection. Listen to the confident, peaceful declaration that is born from a night spent safely in God's care. The psalmist, the same man who started this prayer in abject terror, surrounded by enemies, now says with a quiet, unshakable conviction, I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people who have set themselves against me all around. Just listen to that incredible shift in tone. Feel the transformation from the frantic cry of Lord, how my adversaries have increased, to the calm, steady declaration, I will not be afraid. This is the fruit of resting in the shield. This is the direct outcome of knowing you are sustained by God Himself. Peace gives birth to a quiet, gentle courage. It's not a loud, aggressive courage, but a deep, internal stillness that cannot be shaken. And what are the 10,000s of people that are set against you tonight? As you rest here, safe and sound, they are not an army outside your walls. They are the 10,000 worries that try to swarm your mind just as you are about to fall asleep. They are the 10,000 what-if scenarios, the 10,000 regrets from the past, the 10,000 pressures and expectations that society places on you. Before, when you were facing them on your own, they seemed overwhelming, an enemy, too numerous to count, impossible to defeat. But now, having been wrapped in the warm, protective shield of God's presence, their power is radically diminished. They may still be there somewhere on the distant horizon of your mind, but they no longer have the power to terrify you. They are outside the shield, and you are resting peacefully within it. This verse is so important. It is not a command for you to try harder not to be afraid. It's not God saying, stop being afraid. That's not helpful. Instead, this is a description of what happens naturally to a heart that has learned to trust. It is a peaceful, quiet confidence that settles upon your soul like morning dew. The fear simply loses its grip. Let this be a gentle affirmation, a truth that is settling over you right now like a soft, weighted blanket. I do not have to be afraid of my own thoughts. I do not have to fear the swarm of worries. My heart is safe and hidden in God, and because of that, I can be at peace. You are resting in a place that is beyond the reach of your fears. The shield that is about you is completely impenetrable to them. The 10,000 anxious thoughts can chant and rage all they want out there in the distance, but they cannot get through to you here. Their voices become faint, distant, and ultimately unimportant. You can simply observe them without engaging them, like watching clouds drift by in the sky from the safety of your home. Let's take a slow breath with this newfound courage. Breathe in the quiet confidence of this verse, and as you breathe out, release the lingering echoes of fear that may remain. With each breath, feel the space between you and the worries growing wider and wider and wider. The peace you are feeling now, this deep sense of rest, is stronger than any anxiety. The safety you are resting in is more real than any perceived threat. You don't have to fight the 10,000 worries anymore. You simply have to rest in the presence of the one who is infinitely greater, wiser, and more powerful than all of them combined. Let this quiet courage fill you as you sleep. I will not be afraid. My heart is held. My mind is at peace. Let's hear it one last time as a lullaby. I will not be afraid of 10,000 of people who have set themselves against me all around. Rest in that victory. It is yours. It was given to you as a gift. Now, in this deep, deep place of rest, there is one final prayer that the psalmist offers. It is not a cry of fear anymore. It is a quiet request that comes from a place of profound trust. From the safety of the shield, the psalmist whispers, "Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God." This is not a frantic scream for help. That prayer has already been prayed and answered. Imagine this prayer as a gentle sigh of contentment, a soft appeal. "Arise, Lord." It's like saying, "Let your peace, which I can already feel is here, now fill this space completely. Let your salvation, your wholeness, your shalom, be the only reality I know tonight." It's a prayer for the fullness of what has already begun. And then he says something that on the surface can sound harsh. But let's hear it with a heart that is already at peace. Let's understand its deeper meaning for our own souls tonight. He says, "For you have struck all my enemies on the cheek. You have broken teeth of the wicked." In the context of our journey tonight, who are these enemies? They are the personified fears, the nagging anxieties, the lies that say, "There's no help for you." They are the wicked thoughts that seek to steal your God-given peace. So what does it mean that God has dealt with them this way? To strike an enemy on the cheek in ancient culture was a profound act of humiliation. It was an insult that immediately silenced its taunts. It was a way of saying, "Your words have no power here, be quiet." And to break the teeth of an enemy is to remove its ability to bite you, to wound you, to devour your peace. It is to render it. So let's reframe this verse as a beautiful prayer for inner peace. We are not asking for harm to anyone. We are asking God to completely silence the inner voices of fear and doubt. We are resting in the trust that He has already disarmed them. The lies may still try to whisper, but God has the power to mute them, to strike them on the cheek and silence their taunts. The anxieties may still try to bite at the edges of our mind, but God has broken their teeth. He has removed their fangs. They are powerless before Him. This is a powerful declaration of God's ultimate and final victory over all the things that disturb your soul and rob you of your rest. Let's rephrase this now as a gentle, sleepy affirmation for your own heart. Arise in my heart, O Lord, and bring your complete and final peace. I trust that you have already silenced the voice of my fear. You have removed the power of my anxiety to harm me. I am completely safe in your victory. You can rest now, knowing that the battle is not yours to fight. It was never yours to fight. It has already been won by the one who is your shield. The power of anxiety to disturb you has been broken. The power of fear to hold you captive has been shattered. All that is left for you to do is to rest in the quiet, peaceful aftermath of that victory. A deep, a profound, and a holy peace. Let that peace saturate every cell of your being. Let it flow into the muscles that were once tense. Let it quiet the mind that was once racing. Let it soothe the heart that was once fearful. God has already defeated the enemies of your rest. You are free. You are free to sleep. Arise, O Lord. Save me, O my God. He has, and He will. Always. And now, as you drift on the very edge of sleep, we come to the final foundational truth of this entire psalm. It is the rock upon which all these other promises are built. It is the simple, powerful summary of everything we have meditated on tonight. After his journey from terror to trust, the psalmist concludes with this ultimate statement of fact. It is the anchor for his soul, and for yours. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Let that simple, profound truth be the anchor for your soul as you finally drift off completely. Salvation belongs to the Lord. What does salvation mean in this moment? Right here, right now, as you lie in your bed? Salvation means your safety, your peace, your deliverance from fear, your healing, your wholeness, your rest. And where does it come from? Who does it belong to? It belongs to the Lord. It does not belong to your own efforts. It does not depend on your ability to calm yourself down. It is not something you must achieve through spiritual discipline or earn through good behavior. It is His. It belongs to Him. And because it belongs to Him, He can give it freely to you as a pure gift. This is the great release. This is the final, complete surrender. You can stop trying now. You can let go of all effort. You can stop trying to figure it all out. You can stop striving to find peace. Peace is not something you find through frantic searching. It is something you receive, and it is given from the one to whom it has always belonged. Tonight, you have been invited to simply open your hands and receive this gift of salvation. The salvation from your anxious thoughts. The salvation from the fears of the night. The salvation of deep, restorative sleep. Let this be your final conscious thought. A thought of pure, blissful release. My safety, my peace, my rest, it all belongs to you, Lord. I don't have to create it. I don't have to fight for it. I only have to receive it from your loving hand. And I receive it now. Feel the immense weight of responsibility lifting from your shoulders. The pressure to get a good night's sleep is gone. The pressure to overcome your anxiety is gone. All of that striving has melted away, and all that is left is the gentle, loving, peaceful presence of the one to whom your salvation belongs. You are floating now, floating in a warm, quiet ocean of His grace. You are held, you are supported, you are secure. There is nothing left for you to do, absolutely nothing, but rest. This is the final truth. This is the key that unlocks the door to deep, restorative sleep. It's not about you. It's all about Him. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Trust this. Rest in this. Let it carry you now into the deepest peace you have ever known. And so, we end where we began, in a quiet, peaceful place. But it is a different kind of peace now. It is not a peace we were striving for, but a peace that has been discovered and received as a gift. The very last words of this beautiful ancient psalm are a blessing, a final, gentle benediction pronounced over you as you sleep. Your blessing be upon your people. Selah. Tonight you are His people. You are His beloved child, and His blessing is resting upon you now. Let's receive this blessing as a personal promise. Whisper it in your heart. Your blessing is upon me. And what is this blessing? It is the sum of our entire journey tonight. It is the blessing of the shield, protecting you from all fear. It is the blessing of glory, reminding you that your true worth is safe in Him. It is the blessing of a lifted head, turning your gaze away from despair and toward hope. It is the blessing of being heard, knowing that you are never, ever alone. It is the blessing of sleep, the sacred gift of defiant rest. It is the blessing of being sustained, held securely and lovingly through the night. It is the blessing of a fearless heart, quieted and calmed by His presence. And it is the blessing of salvation, the free, unearned gift of His perfect peace. This blessing is upon you now. It is a gentle weight, a warm blanket, a peaceful presence. Selah, pause, and receive. You are safe. You are shielded. You are heard. You are sustained. You are blessed. If this psalm brought you calm, I invite you to return again tomorrow night. You're welcome to subscribe quietly and let more of God's peace